F1 breaking news. Mercedes did it. Hamilton frustrated and angry again. What has Mercedes achieved now? What's the condition of Hamilton after watching its face, Mercedes? Let us have a look at them. Hola friends, and welcome back to Formula One News. So today, we are going to discuss something exciting. Mercedes is back in the news again, and it's achieved that position that Hamilton was only wondering to achieve. Without wasting any time, let us move into the video. Mercedes-Benz has been hard at work developing an all-new proprietary operating system that is going to refer to as MB.OS. This will be integrated into the company's MBUX user interface software as well as its hardware. MBUX is the software and hardware that controls your vehicle's navigation, radio, and climate controls. The new system aims to simplify the underlying hardware that provide a more streamlined experience for users by incorporating modern, frequently updated software and innovative new features such as 3D navigation mapping. There is currently no concrete timetable for the launch of the new operating system, which looks like it is still in the process of being developed. On the automobile manufacturer's website, Mercedes-Benz did confirm a few new details about the forthcoming MB.OS. It will focus on four key aspects of the driving experience that Mercedes has outlined: infotainment, automated driving, body and comfort, and driving and charging. Artificial intelligence will be used to learn about individual users so that profiles can be generated using that information about future plug-in BEVs. Mercedes has stated that its primary goal with the new operating system is to better manage the time of its passengers and to avoid wasting that time with cumbersome menus or command prompts. Mercedes considers time a digital luxury. The new streamlined approach of the MB.OS is intended to minimize passenger frustrations while also reducing the required hardware, specifically the number of electronic control units or ECUs, and that the S-Class uses over 80 ECUs on its own, which will reduce the strain on supplies. Mercedes-Benz asserts that it has developed its software, which includes a new interface, new applications, middleware, and a fundamental operating system. This software is developed in tandem with new hardware, which includes the vehicle's cabling, electric and electronic components, chips, and sensors. Mercedes also claims that MB.OS will continue to develop and receive updates from one generation to the next, with over-the-air updates making it possible to access changes more quickly. Additional MB.OS news has surfaced, this time in the form of a report on a presentation that Mercedes-Benz executives and engineers delivered at an event earlier this week. The car manufacturer has announced partnerships with the video and gaming developer Unity, as well as the navigation software company Navis, for an upgraded navigation system that will run on the brand new MB.OS. This system will support a unique 3D navigation feature. Per Autoblog, the MB.OS system will allow for 3D navigation that can zoom from a satellite view down to 10 meters by making use of the recently launched Hyperscreen digital display that spans from pillar to pillar. This display can be seen when using the system. To provide an accurate representation of real time, it will also take into account the current time of day. Magnus Ostberg, the chief software officer for the project, has also announced that the Hey Mercedes digital assistant that is currently programmed into the vehicle will be upgraded to a 3D star avatar that functions similarly to a digital butler when MB.OS is upgraded. Mercedes also announced the capability to create curated playlists, an eco-driving coach, and more fluid conversations following the Hey Mercedes spoken command prompts. This will allow passengers to relax from the typically required specific wording prompts that make navigating the current system a little bit cumbersome. The company has hinted that the new operating system will be engineered into all company platforms in the future, but it has not yet announced a scheduled release date or which model it will debut with. The company has only given hints about this development. According to Autoblog, we may be able to anticipate it first appearing on the forthcoming new MMA compact car platform from Mercedes-Benz. When we first heard about the Mercedes-Benz MBUX, we had some reservations. The vast majority are centered on a stringent user interface that requires you to carry out additional actions or steps, which may be a simple endeavor with certain informational systems. The Mercedes-Benz S-Class anticipates it will be a frontrunner in the field of infotainment technology in the year 2021, in addition to its goal of becoming the industry standard bearer in terms of luxury interior customization options. To accomplish this goal, Mercedes has introduced a new version of the MBUX software that features an updated graphical user interface. Mercedes-Benz has addressed this customer concern in the updated version of the MBUX platform, which was made possible by our efforts. The most recent design utilizes a one-way street in place of a rotating menu door that enables swiping. This is accomplished by including icons for all the possible submenus on the primary home screen. Supposedly, the next generation Mercedes-Benz S-Class will feature an updated version of the Mercedes-Benz user experience infotainment system. The new hardware design, and more importantly the new user interface philosophy, made it possible to implement the new on-screen strategy. This was accomplished. Every previous iteration of the MBUX Mercedes-Benz user interface was presented in a widescreen format that would only show 3 of the home screen's colossal icons at once. You will have to repeatedly swipe through the carousel icon, but other than that, using it won't be all that difficult. The interface will look nice. The new user interface includes 8 icons that are both common and useful, but because the screen is so large, it does not ignore the positive effects of the screen that came before it. When you start, the options that you use frequently will now appear as private options because this format is easy to read, as it should be. You'll have a difficult time finding an MBUX Mercedes-Benz that looks better than this one because it possesses stunning graphics and the flexibility to convey the notion that Mercedes automobiles are powerful and luxurious. The haptic response to screen input is one way that Mercedes strives to uphold its commitment to the physical luxury brand image. Although this is a nearly ineffective solution, the quality of one's facial expressions will improve if it is eliminated. It does not have a lot of the nice buttons and switches that Mercedes cars have. The MBUX display's tactile climate is straightforward to operate, but it lacks the elegance and luxuriousness of the traditional Mercedes switchgear that we are accustomed to. On Sunday in Spain, Lewis Hamilton fought his way back from 19th place up to 5th place, which not only lifted his spirits, but also improved his chances in Formula One. The 7-time world champion, whose Mercedes teammate George Russell finished 3rd, stated that the entire experience brought back memories from the past and that he felt as though a return to the top of the podium could be a possibility. That was almost like winning the race, he said. When you've come from so far back and through so much adversity, it feels better than a win, he said. It feels better than a win. Mercedes, which has won the last 8 constructors' titles, has had trouble with a bouncing car, but performance upgrades have given their drivers a spring in their step. In the previous month, Hamilton had stated that we're not fighting for this championship, but on Sunday, he sounded more upbeat and optimistic about their chances of winning. When the most successful driver in the history of the sport was asked if he thought he could win again this season and add to his record total of 103 victories, he responded, yes. The car has undergone a great deal of development since our last race, and as a result, we are much more competitive. During the race, the car looked significantly better. We have some room for improvement in the qualifying process, said the 37-year-old driver. There are still 16 races left in the season, but the Briton is currently 64 points behind the current world champion Max Verstappen of Red Bull. Verstappen won the race on Sunday in a 1-2 finish with teammate Sergio Perez. Mercedes is now in a position to concentrate more on improving performance rather than addressing existing issues. They tried out a few different things on George's car, one of which turned out to be the strategy that gave them the best chance of qualifying first. Perhaps in the next race, I'll be able to take that, Hamilton said. Due to a collision on the first lap involving Hamilton and the driver of the Haas team, Kevin Magnussen, both drivers fell to the back of the pack. Hamilton felt that if it weren't for the accident, he could have been competing with the Red Bulls. According to Hamilton, this fills him with great hope that they will eventually be in a position to compete for the victory. I had a positive attitude going into today's race, but I ran into that problem. However, when I got to the finish line, it reminded me of some of the older races that I've run. That makes me feel incredible. And that's all for this video. If you liked it, hit the like button and share it with your friends. And also, if you want to watch more videos like this, please subscribe and press the bell icon. And thanks for watching.